Okay, so this is, I think this is gonna be my final try to like, because that's what I'm saying. It's like I have to do this. I was just saying it's like after taking the walk I did last night, which was right to the store and right back, and almost not being able to walk on my foot this morning. And I've been walking here and there. Like that's what I'm saying. It chooses when, man. It's like I walked a couple days in a row, a little further than like I would say 2 miles, 3 miles. Even if you want to teeter on like, oh, yeah, almost 4 miles, it's like foot didn't hurt. I go to the store and back last night, and I could barely walk this morning. And that's after like not taking any freaking, that's what I'm trying to say. That's not after taking like a couple walks in a row or this and that. No, it's like literally like it chooses when it just fucking decides. So I'll figure this. This is what I'm saying. This is crazy. So in the meantime, this video is because of important reasons of what's going through my head. And I said I don't want to mention this person. And then I start thinking of like little interesting things. Once I looked this person up and I said, well, if this was the kid. And then I said, you know something, it's like the shit that circulated right there, right then, all those years ago. And if the time date is right, which seems right, because I remember freaking being about 10. And so the time date seems just about right. Because that's when I remember this, actually appearing, other than being in person with the person. Okay? And that was 91. So now I'm saying to myself, in 91, I was 10, so this all starts to fit exactly what I was thinking prior. But as I'm doing all of this, and then I look up the person and I'm like, okay, I'm like, who the fuck is that again? I know I heard that today. And it's like, oh wow, look at that. And then it's like Spider-Man. So since I said that just now, because it was dude, because then I'm thinking it's like the very first time that my brother tried to get me tossed into jail. Okay? Prior to 2019. My brother, who's, 20 something fucking years older than me. And this is really important to Tobey Maguire. Oh man, I don't even want to fucking do this. Because you know why I don't want to do this? Because this is why, because it's like, wow, dude, wow. Tobey is like, what, 6 years older than me? About. Wow. Wow, man. Wow, man. So my point being is that I'm not doing this to like embarrass him. At the same time, I'm like, wow, man, or wow, man, this is important shit. Is this important? Yeah, this is important. This is all very fucking important right now. You know, there is so much going through my mind right now, and it's like facts. The reason, first off, the reason I even started to bring this up, Tobey. Do I just title this to you now? I don't know. So, a few months ago, I start coming across these videos. This girl, and she's doing like psychic readings, and I'm just like, okay, let's just see, what is being said from this person. About anything for that matter. And and it's pretty much what it is. It's like I don't know whether that it's I can't say that they're like. So the point being is that because of the type of freaking way that they do it, I'm like it's a real interesting take on a lot of things that I've seen other people do, and it's like it's so, but then at the same time it's like they don't have their setup like to be able to prove what it is that they are or are not. So the point being is that I start watching this and I'm like, where the fuck do I know this person from? And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, wow, man. Because then that's went on for like a month and a half, 2 months. And even prior to that, the videos were popping up, but I wasn't clicking them. I wasn't even going near them. I was freaking, if anything, they might have played like as I'm scrolling down on autoplay and fucking, that just. So the point being is that all of a sudden these videos start to like rapidly all the time pop up. So well, I made sure I didn't spill my coffee. Yeah. So then, like a few weeks ago. Wow. I see this commercial from like. And I'm like, I know all those kids. I've met all those kids in that old ass commercial. And it's like I started remembering this and that. But really, it was like, and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, holy shit. And then this commercial's popped up like 2 or 3 more times. And the minute I seen it, I said to myself, it's like, yo, man, it's like, wow, dude, I remember this from fucking 10 years ago popping up. And then on top of that, it's like, even past then, it's like, holy shit, it's like, now I know. Yeah, that whole situation, and it's like, I see, yo, man, it's like, wow, dude, there's so much to say what the fuck that's going through. Wow, man. Fuck this shit, man. The first thing that comes to mind, first off, it's a Tobey Maguire old commercial that Tobey Maguire was in when he was a kid. And I'm saying to myself, it's like, wow, it's like, the person that wanted me to meet you, Tobey, they didn't exactly have bad intentions at that point. So then at the same fucking time, there's the girl in the commercial with you. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, this is the same freaking girl. This is the same fucking girl. It has to be. It's either that or it's her daughter or something, man. Because that girl was my age back then. And she does not look... I mean, granted, women age differently than men and, all this other stuff. But, I mean, she does not look exactly like... Maybe. Yeah, I know, man. I don't think she... No, because she was my age, bro. She might have even been a year younger or a fucking year older than me, but she was still my age. You were like, what, 5, 6 years older than me. So, and I was like 9 or 10-ish. And the commercials in 91 and all this shit. And I was like, oh, that's the kid that I met, blah, blah, blah. It's the other kid that was there. The one that fucking, yo, man, it's like, wow, man. Wow, man. That whole thing is being fucking, that's why I'm saying it's like crazy when I think like, it's like the way that freaking, wow, man. It's interesting the way that certain things all fit into place that I've already said. And then I'm saying to myself, it's like, so back then, the guy who wanted me to meet you, Rich, I'm pretty sure that was Rich. The one who wanted, the one who wanted me to meet you. He said, yeah, blah, 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 and freaking, he'll show you around, Anthony. He'll show you around. He's a nice kid, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, he said some other things, and he's like, he's not, He's like, he'll show you around, right? You know? And it's like meeting you, it's like, I'm sitting there, and it's like, what's really interesting, and then the girl, she was cute, she was about my age, blah, 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 but it's like, there's respect, right? Or some respect from a 10-year-old, fucking, at least there. And freaking, and the bottom line is that, and the girl was younger than you, but I'm not saying anything bad about this whole, that is not a fucking, that is not, there is so much other shit going through my head right now about this scenario. So then the other kid that shows up, which he doesn't even see right away, Tobey did not see this kid right away, was the one that I consider Loki. Now, this is why this is important, because I met Tobey after the whole Frank Gallo situation and the tape recorder situation and the dead girl that was in the third, the girl that freaking supposedly passed away, Nicole D'Angelo, in third grade, in the desk right next to me. And there was 3 Nicole D'Angelos, all spelled different names, in the same fucking class that year. Once the other one passed away, the other one came in. The other one came into the picture right before the other one passed away, or right after the other one passed away. You know what? I can't even fucking. There would have been 3. There would have been 3, right? So that one came in after the. So once the other girl passed away, the other girl named Nicole D'Angelo fucking ended up in the fucking classroom. Why, there was a second one already in the classroom. The reason I'm saying all this is because all of that, I looked at class photos. I was in 4th grade in, actually, I guess actually that, you know what? I think that was actually freaking, fuck that, man. Fuck that, man. I'm not even, this is 1 second away, man. You know what? Fuck this shit. So, yeah. Okay. So definitely sure that, all right. So then I was definitely in, 4th grade is when 91 started. And if the commercial was from 91, and I remember it being on TV right around about the same time that I met him. So, the point being, but roundabout. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was roundabout that time. So the point is that this commercial starts to freaking go over and over, and I'm like, I remember this. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, wow, man. So the point is that freaking, so I was being introduced to you, Tobey, so that you could show me around, right? And then freaking the person that you did not see right away, that was there, the one that I consider Loki, tells me to say to you, blah, blah, blah. And I do. And then you say some shit back about the girl that you were hanging out with that was about my age. And I'm not saying this to fucking, wow, man. That's why I'm saying, and then it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wow. And then I find out that I burned you on that. Wow, man. Wow, man. But meanwhile, that was being fucking orchestrated somewhat by fucking the person that... Wow, man. And look at that. Look at the situation there. What happened first, before I even met you, that same fucking person that you liked them better than you liked me. We were just meeting each other, bruh. And that's the part that gets me a little bit, like, because I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, so the person who just helped burn you, using me to burn you, then, because it seemingly didn't affect you later on, you liked that person, because now that's starting to fucking possibly make a little sense too. Wow, man, that's crazy, bro. So then fucking, Because then all the fucking blame fell back onto Rich. Wow, man. I don't know if that commercial was filmed in Corona. I don't know. I do not know. Or close to Corona. I'm thinking it was probably close to Corona. That's what fucking, and that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is fucking insane. This whole thing is fucking insane. And the reason why I'm saying it's insane is because freaking the bottom line is that all that shit, it's like I think to myself, it's like a few years back, when was the first time that my brother tried to have me tossed into jail for putting a DVD in the DVD player? What was the DVD? Spider-Man? Holy shit. Wow. So I start going back through my mind. I mean, it was almost immediately. Once I put the two and two together, because I remember the freaking situation with you, Tobey, and it wasn't even supposed to be like, don't you realize it was to burn me? Wow. And that's why I have to have some sort of fucking suspicion at this point, because the person that was there using me to help try to burn you and then try to fucking put that on shit on Rich was the freaking one I consider Loki, Tobey. So who the fuck was that one? Yo. Wow. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that I considered to be Frank Gallo. And Frank Gallo, a year and a half prior, or so-and-so, because I look at fourth grade picture, 91, whenever that fucking commercial was filmed. And I'm saying to myself, well, third grade was 1990 then. But it was also 89 into 90. And 89 is pretty much when the freaking girl, when the girl, Nicole D'Angelo, passed away. Or the beginning of 1990. I'm thinking it might have been possibly the beginning of 1990. I don't know if it was before Christmas or after Christmas. I just know that freaking, I that's why I'm saying it's like, I think it was before Christmas. I'm not going back in my fucking memory to fucking remember her fucking head hitting the desk and her eyes rolling into the fucking back of her head. I'm not doing this. I am going to sit there and say fucking, I am saying that fucking 89 or 90 is right, and right before that happens, what fucking happens? They try to fucking burn me. The same fucking person that tried to use me to burn you, they tried to fucking burn me. We got you now, you little son of a bitch. Yeah, until they hit the fucking play button on the fucking tape and they found out that fucking, the tape was all erased and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's because he caught himself. He caught himself telling me what a fucking blowjob was, and that the little girl, fucking Tobey, he said, not Tobey, I'm saying the motherfucker turned around and said, oh yeah, this girl gives me blowjobs every day. And I was like, well, what's a blowjob? And fucking, and he goes into and he's like, now you tell me what a blowjob is. And he already had pressed the fucking button on the tape, so he caught himself. Wow, bro. Tobey. Holy shit. And that's why I'm trying to say, it's like, you know what? I am not claiming to be your friend. I am not claiming, because I find a few other things very, very intriguing when it comes to fucking memories now. Because I'm saying to myself, you know something? It's like, it's really funny that the motherfucker that I considered Loki, I met him right on that same block with Robert Lee Ashley so many years prior to all of a sudden my brother pulling the shit he pulled, and then all of a sudden fucking Robert Lee Ashley, first one through the door, I'm showing him my broken cell phone, I got my fucking hands up, I'm like, look man, he broke my phone, and they keep coming forward, and I'm backing up. Then the fucking cop puts his fucking hand on me when I'm obviously not resisting anything. I'm trying to fucking say my side of the fucking story with my fucking broken device right there in my hand. Wow. I'll be right back. Be right back. The girl, for the past month and a half, I'm like, this can't be the same girl. I'm like, holy shit, I know this girl. It can't be the same girl. Once I seen the commercial, I was like, no way, it can't be the same girl. I'm like, maybe this is. Holy shit. But now that girl was my age. And that's why I'm not saying you fucked up, man. There was a weird time in fucking 91 when like shit started fucking going really fucking weird for like because people were trying to put some sort of fucking rules in place that people knew already were going to be fucking problems for people that fucking understood somewhat of fucking like they wow, man, yo, it was for the other fucking people that actually really fucking hurt kids for no fucking reason because they're spiteful cunty pieces of trash. You know what, if you know that this isn't that important and you get this message, Tobey, I'm letting you know, man, like, it's not like I tried burning you on fucking purpose. I was there because I was being told by very, very fucking high sources that I didn't realize how high they were, that you would show me around, that you were a nice kid, that freaking, nice enough in the fucking world of fucking the shit that there was problems. And that's the thing, yeah. And you know what? And I could sit there and be like, I quickly developed a quick crush on the girl. And now maybe fucking through the other 4,000 videos, you could understand a little bit why. But that's the whole point too. It's like that had nothing to do with what I was being fucking used at that point to do by the fucking person who actually was jealous, which you seem to fucking like more than me. This is insane. This is insane. This is fucking insane. Wow. Because I'm thinking that's the same fucking kid, because whichever it was, Frank Gallo or David Lee, one of those fucking people, or if they were working together because they kind of slightly fucking looked alike and blah 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 and all the other fucking crazy shit. It doesn't matter unless you have another fucking name, Tobey, of this person. Okay, and that's why I'm making this video, because you know what? I fucking see. That's why I'm saying it's like all that shit fell back onto fucking Rich. Didn't even know Rich that well. I just knew Rich as a nice guy he was trying to explain. Dude, there was a lot of people that tried to explain to me things that were very, very hard for a little kid to understand, and that is why they were so adamant about Anthony. Like, we don't like some of the things we have to do. Yo, man, he liked you. That guy liked you. And I mean, that's why I'm saying it's like, something, it's like you went on, became famous. That's great, man. That's fucking great. And it's like it's the situation that took place before me meeting you. It's the little girl that died in the fucking desk next to me in 3rd grade. No, I don't think we went to the same school, Tobey. Obviously, you were all the way out in fucking Queens when I met you. Wow, bro. And I was all the way out on fucking Long Island, Satram fucking District, fucking Waverly Avenue, elementary school. Wow, man. Wow, man. I'm trying to remember everything that's important right now, because if this is some sort of fucking memory test by the fucking by the fucking high ups, or even if it's not, and it's just because there is so many things that have went down over the course, and you know what, the only person I started bringing up Sean Allen. Only a few days ago did I really solidify in my head, like, Sean Allen had to have been the fucking one of the first people that noticed those marks on my hands. The whole fucking prophecy thing on my hands. Because he did something then that later on, when I went to go see him at the place he was the first time I went to go see him in another state, he pulled that same shit. Where he took a pin, pricked me in the finger, and then freaking squeezed the blood, into his fucking mouth. Okay, he did the same thing when I was a kid. The minute he seen the freaking marks on my hands, that's the same fucking thing he did when I was a kid. I have met a lot of different people that look a lot like Sean Allen. One of those people just recently, a few weeks ago, which seemed more fucking mentally stable, but at the same time, this shit can drive some of the best people to be fucking crazy. There are things there are secrets that were being kept in certain fucking ways by people of very fucking high intelligence. But just because you're a high intelligent doesn't mean that's why it's like I'm seeing all the fucking low level fucking, like, the really smart fucking people when it comes to this and that, but then they also have this fucking arrogance. And it's their fucking arrogance that's the problem. Because the fucking people that, it's like, well, I'm smarter than him, but you're not more intelligent than him. Now, the reason I'm saying the fucking Sean Allen thing is because then that's why I'm summing up the Sean Allen situation, because it was 2 weeks. Now, this is way before I met you, Tobey. It was 2 weeks. In other words, they noticed the marks on my hands, and then at least this I'm sure of. I'm not exactly sure what date and time they fucking noticed the marks on my hands. I'm still trying to figure out maybe a precise fucking roundabout fucking time. But 2 weeks later, that's when the toothbrush bullshit popped off. Now, toothbrush shit pops off with me and my cousin, right? Fucking same man, minus the other guy that was there when they noticed the marks on my hands. Sean Allen shows back up to my house, screaming and yelling at my father, who was bigger than Sean Allen, how they were going to fucking put me in an electric chair. Oh, they're going to put him in an electric chair. They're going to put him in an electric chair. They're going to fry him. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, we got you. We fucking got you. It's like, yeah, we knew you weren't fucking nothing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he became this nasty son of a bitch. And you want to know something? It's like, and then, as my father's sitting there, like, not exactly, I'm like, yeah, well, where the fuck did the toothbrush come from? Because they had the fucking toothbrush. You see, that is really hurting kids, because they found a fucking mark on my cousin's ass. They found blood on the fucking toothbrush, but I didn't do that shit. Where did they get the fucking toothbrush? That man ran out my fucking house. Once my father heard me say that, my father turned right around and said right to that man, he was like, yeah, where did they get that toothbrush? Now that was 2 years or better. Might have been 2.5 years, 3, prior to me meeting you. Now, reason I went into all that and then freaking, because right before the girl passed away in 3rd grade, Nicole D'Angelo, okay? 3 Nicole D'Angelos. Names the sound same, spelt different. One passes away, and then a second, which would have been a third, basically, comes into play in that scenario. Now, I remember, it's just funny. It's funny that, like, not all the fucking kids were there during the fucking school photos, but I got the fucking school photos right here, right fucking here, man. Now, I've met a lot of people that are like Sean Allen, and I find it real fucking interesting, all the other shit that goes down 20 fucking 5 years later in life, 24 years later in life, 30 years later in life, Tobey, okay? I don't know if you were I don't think that's what I'm saying, I don't think you were, but who the fuck was that fucking kid? Because that kid, that fucking black-haired fucking kid, that was trying to help use me to burn you during those commercials that you made in 91. And I'm saying to my fucking self, you know something? That's why I'm saying, it's like, unless you have another name that you can attach to the 2 names that I've already given, because this is fucked up on a jealousy thing that is like really fucking, it's twisted like the juice, but not as sweet. Which is really fucking interesting there, Tobey, because that's what I'm saying. It's like, wow, man. Wow, man. Wow, man. So, and both of that was to try to burn Rich, the guy who wanted me to meet you. Wow. That's what I'm saying. And I know I'm leaving other things that I was thinking about this, and I'm saying to myself, it's like, what did I want to say? Other than I'm basically asking, is there any other fucking name that comes along? Now, that's what, and this is why. So, now we're going to fast forward another 6 years or so. 5 years. Because I don't know if I was 9, 10, or 11 when I met you. I'm thinking the freaking girl was a little bit younger than me. She might have been a little older than me. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the fucking girl. And and anybody that does give a fuck about that is just so fucked up. Because you know what? It's like you want to know something, man?